All right, we're on for day 7. Can you believe it? We're making our way through the episode and getting this done. So, yesterday we got finished up with Mr. Jingle Balls, all his animation, all the General's animation, all the elf at the North Pole, the other guy, Santa, reindeer, all that's done. So we finally get to move on to our main characters, which, as we left them off in the Thanksgiving special, they were locked in with a new farmer named Buck. And, Buck...
Hi, Toon.
Oh, hello. We got somebody popping onto the Discord. How's it going? Oh, we got somebody in chat.
Yes.
Hello. Oh, hey, Alex. Lemons, good to see you.
Yeah.
Vincent T. Viajos. Good to see you. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Frostbitten in the Discord, would you mind muting yourself there? Thank you so much. All right. Well, I might open up the Discord to our friends. If you are going to be joining the Discord on the chat, please keep it productive and keep your mics muted if you are not talking or asking questions, yada yada yada. Here's the Discord. And let's get started. They got a new character in here, Buck, the farmer. He lives down a mile down the road. Alex Lemon says, have you ever considered turning my turtle into a were-snapping turtle for a Halloween short? That's a good idea. No, I had not considered that, but...
I forgot.
Yes, that would be a fun one.
Yes.
All right, Frostbitten, if you wouldn't mind keeping yourself muted there. Thank you. And we're going to get some tunes going. Get right into it. All this music is unreleased Lula Granji music, been storing up on our hard drives for years and years. One of these days we'll release these things, but we're very slow in the music department. But we do have an album coming out in hopefully spring. I hope you all check it out. I might play some unreleased tracks while we're on this live stream. It's kind of a fun place to test things out and debut stuff. Let's do it. All right. So, in this episode, they're pretty much going to be exactly where they left off. They're still using the DIC to rewrite Hallmark movies, but this time it's a Christmas Hallmark movie. And they're actually not in this episode much. This is a very Mr. Jingle Balls focused episode. But they have a couple scenes, so we're going to get those scenes done today. It shouldn't take too long. Hopefully this stream won't take longer than an hour. Alex Lemon says, you can make him resemble Taka from Secret of the Ooze. Yeah. Hello, Jobs, Hermer, Gabriel. Oh, Hummerge Brian Rott. Okay, hi, good to see you. Hello. Alex says, Buck reminds me of the Scarecrow from Oz. Less the MGM film and more of the book illustrations, particularly lanky proportions. That's actually a great observation. Yes, he very much does. He's actually going to be a regular character going forward. He's actually in the pilot that I had written, him and his wife Darla, and they end up becoming series regulars. So, we're going to extend all their exposures to, let's go, just 1,000 so we can have plenty of room. I gotta take out some of these things. These are all items I had from the Thanksgiving special. Oh my gosh, I gotta take out a lot here. I had them rigged into Hornth's hands. So extending that exposure just brought them all back. Turtle, just gonna get rid of him. I have Marturtle placed for when Hornth's holding him, and I have Marturtle rigged outside of when Hornth is holding Marturtle. Alright, I'm gonna look at the script. Alex says, I like that him and Hornth bond over cheesy Hallmark movies. Kinda wholesome. That's the goal. They're very distracted with this the capabilities of the AI, while robots actually try to be productively getting them out of their predicament. Alright, let's take out that. Yeah, we still got some elements we need to remove. Serenity says hi. Hi, Serenity. Welcome. Y'all feel free to join the Discord for live chat if you'd like. Other than that, but if you do, let's keep it productive if you wouldn't mind. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna look at the script, and we're gonna start putting some dialogue on these characters. We're gonna go. I gotta look at what Alex asks. Will we ever get to meet the trio's evil mirror universe doppelgangers? That should happen, definitely. Especially in the main series that I have written for the show that isn't just a shorts on web series. They are going to a bunch. That show is actually going to be titled Another Realm, Not the Packed Lunch, for the expanded show. And they are essentially going into all these different realms. They're meeting crazy characters from these different dimensions and things like that. And meeting their evil doppelgangers would be an excellent episode in that full show. But for now, we're just doing the shorts. Holiday themed. Alright, so they're currently watching a Hallmark film called Ho Ho Horse. And Buck says, Oh, come on, Tina. You know Tanner's gonna be broke in 2 years with that carriage rideshare business. And Horn says, I agree. Robots DIC. Rewrite the end to Ho Ho Horse on Hallmark Channel. And they're just doing the same thing that they were doing in Thanksgiving, just Christmas version. This is Alright. We're going to start with Buck. Have him start his animation. They're just watching, so I'll give him a little blink cycle around there. So let's start around 120. Alright, Alex asks, can Evil Marturtle be a snapping turtle? Of course, Evil Turtle can be a snapping turtle. And is Horn's voice based on anyone? Yeah, I kind of modeled Horn's voice after just Lord of the Rings orcs and trolls, but like kind of like a friendlier English Cockney accent. But I started Horn's voice with I used to impersonate the Lord of the Rings orcs all the time. So he's kind of like just a fusion of all the Lord of the Rings orcs. Alright, so Buck's gonna get upset here. And I'm gonna start his dialogue. Let's see what's going on here. We need to go there and here. It's gonna watch Tina fall in love with the wrong man again in a heart. This character's name is Tina, not Rachel. Last time he was mad that Rachel fell in love with the chef over the business executive. This time he's mad that Tina is falling in love with a guy who's got a carriage rideshare business. Like those carriages that you see going around in like Manhattan. Oh, come on, Tina. Oh yeah, similarly raspy, less creepy. I can't imagine Horn talking about how much he wants to roast halflings on the spit. Yes, in the pilot he has a spit out front and he's trying to steal chickens from Buck and Darla, and he's obsessed with stews. It's the troll in him. I think he most reminds me of the troll. Yes, the trolls from The Hobbit when they're all cooking the hobbits over. They're trying to make a stew. Could skin them and bread them. Yep, that's very much Hornth. So yeah, that's the basis of Hornth. He's just a hybrid of all the orcs and trolls from Lord of the Rings. Come on, Tina. So actually, we're just gonna get... Come on, Tina. You know... So I'm gonna do... two shots for them. This is the side view. And then we're gonna do another one from the front couch perspective. Come on, Tina, you know. There it goes. 12. Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Alex says, I think he... Yeah, okay. Let's get that. Alright. Come on, Tina, you know. Tanner's gonna be broke in 2 years with that. Question is whether I'll animate the full lines of dialogues from both perspective, from both shots. And then edit accordingly. Alex says, you ever heard of the red cap myth? Goblins who dip their hats in the blood of their slain victims. What if Horn's cap turned red and he got mistaken for one. I hadn't heard that myth. Alex, you seem to be very knowledgeable about mythical lore and like all these mythical creatures from Germanic folklore and all these kind of things. Oh, what's up, DJ? Good to see you again.
Yeah, I'm in the VC.
Oh, right on. DJ and I had a great chat on Monday. DJ's got to be the most knowledgeable person I know about it, all things Adult Swim, film industry, just animation world in general. So it's good to chat with you again. How have you been? What time is it there?
There's a video.
What was that?
There's a video. There's a video I need to link. Hold on. It's like 11 almost.
Oh my gosh. It is currently 3:45 where I'm at. Come on, Tina, you know.
What state are you in? Are you in like the south or?
I'm in Colorado, so I'm like pretty much dead center of the U.S.
You're in South Park, like wow.
Oh, so actually, what's really funny is I went to CU Boulder, where Trey and Matt actually went as well, and I had a lot of their same professors. So I'm a Colorado kid, born and raised, just like the South Park creators. I had a lot of their same professors, and shout out to my old professor Don Yanacito. He said that back in the day, Trey and Matt would just make just the most ridiculous movies, and they mostly involved just like hand-drawn penises and stuff. Like that was all their early film school movies, was just like just dick drawings and stuff like that, which adds up. That's my weird connection to the South Park creators.
Yeah, I saw a video. It's like 4 years old, but it's still very useful, which is about dev meeting fan.
Yeah. Actually, my old professor Don Yanacito was in one of their first movies. It was called Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah, I heard about Cannibal. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
a video on it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Really great.
That was all filmed in and around CU Boulder campus, which is where I went, and yeah, one of my teachers is in that movie. So, and I did a lot of the animation program there too at CU Boulder. So I used to work with some of the OG stop motion machines that they actually made their original Spirit of Christmas with, because they used this. It's actually, they shot it on actual film, and it was this big old camera Bolex setup that's like aimed down at like a tabletop, and that's where they actually animated the Spirit of Christmas, was in this one building. I used to do a lot of film. It was like the film development editing building, and they still have all that stuff.
Yeah, the early stuff is very weird. Like what's that? Basketball. What's the name of that movie?
Oh, yeah, Basketball. I don't think they wrote that one. Jeff's got to leave. Okay, I'm gonna bye, Jeff. Alex says European folklore fascinates me. A lot of cool creatures. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, they didn't write it, but they starred in it. Yeah, you're right.
Who did?
It was David Zucker. Yeah, like
David Zucker. Oh yeah, I like David Zucker. He did. Did he do the Police Squad?
Police Squad.
Oh my God, the Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Police Squad, Naked Gun. He didn't do the new one, which he's very bitter about.
Did you see the new one?
I did. Yeah, he does not like the new one, which I disagree on, but I understand.
Oh, David Zucker didn't like it.
Yeah, no, he wasn't involved. He was going to be, but then he wasn't. There's like a whole like history and a bit of drama around it. Like, he had a script for a fourth movie called Naked Gun. What was it? 444.
Oh man.
Nordberg did it because obviously Nordberg's got
Yeah.
the chain.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he had it, and like in like 2008 or 2009 or something, and he wanted to get greenlit. Apparently, he pitched it to Paramount, and they really liked it. But they said you can't do some of these jokes. Like one of the characters had like a Kevlar vest or something, and like they were very suggestive. Yeah, they said, I don't think you can do that. And they liked what he had. Apparently, it was more of a spy spoof. It was going to be like Drebin's son, who's like a mall security guy that gets caught up in like CIA antics. Has to go on like a Mission Impossible spoof, which the new one kind of does a little bit. But they had his script and they liked it, and then they liked it, but there were some jokes in there that they didn't like. And then a day or two later, we said to him, "Yeah, okay, Seth MacFarlane's involved now. He's gonna do his own version. You're out."
So yeah, Seth MacFarlane was just one of the producers on it, right?
Yeah. So they were talking. Apparently, he's gone down the not to be political, but he's gone down the right wing rabbit hole. He doesn't like how like political correctness and all this like in quotes woke stuff was like ruining everything. So yeah, he's been on like multiple right wing shows where he complained about it and just said, I had a script, and then a day later I read in like the news in the trades and the newspapers. But yeah, they're going with was it Akiva Schaffer who did like Pop Star and like
I like Akiva
the Chicken Dale
Schaffer.
movie.
The Lonely Island guys with
Yeah, Flight of the Conchord as well.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But didn't Akiva Schaffer also do a lot of stuff with what's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Andy
I don't know.
Samberg, like Andy
Yeah, Andy
Samberg. Did Akiva Schaffer direct Hot Rod?
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah,
what's weird is that
I
the
love Hot Rod.
the original idea was the Drebin Jr. character in Zucker's version was going to be played by Andy Samberg.
Oh,
They
really?
wanted him to be like a younger type, and then Seth MacFarlane for years was like, "I love the idea of Liam Neeson as Drebin. Why don't we do that?" And then yeah, they went with his version that has Liam Neeson. David Zucker doesn't like it because it's too much like the original. It's like repeat. It feels like it's repeating jokes and not doing anything new. And he doesn't like how we're going back to the same character, like an old, competent but incompetent like cop. And like I disagree. I think I like Liam Neeson. I think he's great.
I haven't
I think
seen it.
I think it's like it is repeating the same idea, but like modernizing it. It's like you know like Super Mario Brothers Wonder, that game that came out, where it's like the original, but there's lots of new stuff, and it's like that where it feels fresh but also somewhat new. And yeah, the plot is very much like you have to try and stop a device that goes off that turns everyone angry. So it's basically Kingsman. There's a device that's about to go off, it's going to turn everyone angry, and he has to like turn it off, disable it. Which is what all these spy movies are now. Is there's like a device that's going to like kill everyone. You have to turn it off.
I want to watch it. I've been saving it for like a night. That's where it's like, oh, this is.
It's weird because it shares the same composer as the new Mission Impossible film as well. Lauren Bacall, I think his name, who did the Wallace and Gromit like score as well for a new one. So it does kind of pull from like spy movies and like things like that a little bit, like not too much, but just enough to where it's like modern. It's decent. I don't hate it. But Zucker does. He's mad.
I feel bad that Zucker didn't get to do it. It is his baby, but if it's good, I'm still gonna watch.
Yeah, and he's only really complaining about it as well because he has like he has a master class on spoof movies that he wants to try and promote. Masterclass like rejected him, so he made his own, and like he has these like very specific rules about how to write characters and how to do things. Like you can't have a joke on top of another joke unless it's in the background and it relates to the previous joke, and just like really like strict rules.
Mm-hmm. Who did Airplane?
He did as well.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. So he did Police Squad. Dude. Okay. I gotta say, he is a genius. Airplane and like The First Naked Gun are two of the best movies ever made. Like
He is a genius, but then you also realise that he did Scary Movie 5, that he wrote that. Apparently that was really bad. He kind of like as he got older, like made worse movies. If that makes sense.
yeah, that happens a lot. Well, his prime was great. I think everyone falls out of their prime.
Yeah, he fell out of his prime. And yeah, he considers himself too old now to actually get anything. I think he is making something new, like a noir movie or something. But yeah, he considers himself too old, basically, to be like recognized. You think Seth MacFarlane got picked because he's the younger, like hotter talent? Which I mean, I guess. But Family Guy it's weird. Family Guy does not do that well in terms of ratings or viewership on TV, but on streaming and online, there's a lot of content. There's a lot of brain-rotty like Family Guy content.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to. Sorry, I'm also.
Yeah, you're focused on this.
Well, no, I can do both. I'm trying to plot my shots right now, real quick. So I'm gonna go side for this line. Where's the line? Oh, come on, Tina. You know, Tina's gonna be broken 2 years for that characterized share business. And then I'm gonna cut front. Okay, so then I have to. Okay, so this will just be this one shot in this section. We'll call it at 190. And then 191 will be the end. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just needed to get that one thing figured out.
Yeah, but yeah, no, he thinks like Seth is the younger, hotter like guy in Hollywood, so I guess kind of makes it. He's still got stuff that he's doing. He's got Orville and Ted. Yeah, Family Guy is definitely past its prime as well.
I haven't seen new Family Guys. There's still probably some good. It's like The Simpsons. It's like it's past its prime, but there's still good episodes here and there for sure.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
Nothing like
Beavis.
Nothing like Beavis and Butthead though. We were just chatting about that a couple days ago. How like the new Beavis and Butthead is, it's amazing. Also, it's better than the original, and I actually really like the King of the Hill revival. I'm only like halfway through the season, but I think they do a great job. Like I think the King of the Hill new season on Hulu is great.
I haven't watched it all yet. I'm on like season 6 now. I'm getting through it.
Oh, King of the Hill.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It's a long one. It's for me, it's comfort food. It's like I don't want anything like too ridiculous or spicy, but like King of the Hill just hits that perfect like. This is funny, and I actually loved King of the Hill as a kid, but I didn't get most of the jokes. So I started watching King of the Hill probably around like 12 or 13 years old, and there's just so many jokes in it that I did not get at all. And then I rewatch it now, and I'm like, that joke is unbelievably hilarious. And I still love the show as a kid, but I didn't get what the joke was. There's a lot.
Definitely,
go ahead.
It's definitely not for everyone. Like it's really, really cozy and very wholesome and very down to earth, which is not always what you want from animation. Because animation is supposed to like take you out, escape.
Totally. But if I'm like, I don't want to go full blown like Rick and Morty or South Park right now, but I want like an adult comedy. With good characters and more of like an uplifting storyline, King of the Hill is definitely where I go.
Yeah, there are like some episodes that are more depressing, but then they always have an uplifting, wholesome ending. And yeah, it's one of those things that like you could do in live action, but the animation kind of just enhances it, I guess.
Yeah, just that kind of grain. It's not shitty animation. It's just like that really kind of hand-drawn look. It's not like the cleanest animation. It's a little stiff. You know what I mean?
The revival definitely doesn't have that issue of like
not
the issue, but that grainy style. The revival is very digital, which can also look very stiff.
Yes, exactly. No, you can tell that they've probably shifted. I think they're using Toon Boom. I guarantee they're using Toon Boom for the new season.
Yeah, it looks like Toon Boom, and yeah, it looks very digital. The original season the original series was hand drawn up until the digital. I think it must have been like 2005 or 2004. They must have gone digital with it.
Yeah. Alex in the chat asked, "Is Hornth related to any royalty from his world?" No, he's a peasant. He was in this army in his old realm, serving an evil wizard. And he escaped. He stole that wizard's tome, came to this world, and that wizard is still hunting him down. And that's the lore on Hornth. That would be all in the pilot if I ever actually get around to making the full pilot for this.
Yeah, no, the transition from hand drawn to digital and widescreen is very interesting. So I don't think we're gonna have anything like that again. I don't know.
Yeah. I still like traditional animation overall. Digital animation is great for what it does.
It's convenient.
It's
really
convenient,
easy to do by
exactly.
comparison.
Like, this would be impossible in the days. Well, I guess because Mike Judge, when he was making those shorts that led to like things like Office Space and Beavis and Butthead, that was all complete hand-drawn animation. They're all about like 1.5-minute shorts, 2-minute shorts. You know, he pumped out a lot of those back in the day.
Yeah, it's all you really need is like 2.5 to 5 minutes, and there you go. You just put it out on YouTube now, and then someone might see it.
He just submitted them to MTV, and that was it. History made. Yes.
Yeah, there was a way back then we could just. I feel like sending stuff back then wasn't as like unacceptable. Whereas now, if I sent something to a company, they might not pick it up.
Yeah, you don't do that unsolicited these days. Like it's very any TV network is very much it's very frowned upon to just send something in like people did back in the day. You have to go through official channels like your agents, managers, the whole thing.
I feel like if it was like there's that Glitch Production channel on YouTube, I feel like you could send something into them if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah, there's like I'm talking about like just your MTVs, your Comedy Centrals, your Netflix or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Again, I haven't watched any of that channel, that Glitch one that has like Digital Circus and all those shows. It's too much.
Alright, Alex says, yes, the Orc Infantry, I believe. I remember from the therapist. Yep, he's in the Orc Infantry. You should make his therapist a recurring character. Sees all 3 of them. It's not a bad call. When I made that was the first thing I made of this whole show, was that little short with Hornth in the therapist thing. And I had just watched The Sopranos, and I was just like, how am I introducing this fantasy character into the world? Like this kind of normal world. And I just thought of the opening of The Sopranos where he's like talking about the ducks. And I was like, he could just be talking about his like ridiculous family fantasy history. And then I made I made like individual episodes for each character just for their introductions. And then I made the scene where they're first all 3 together having dinner and the unicorns arrive, and now we're here doing just the holiday specials. And that scene where the unicorns arrive is actually from the pilot that I had written. So that's just that information. Claude Vincent says, what's up? Not much, man. Just hanging out, watching, making an episode and chatting with our friend DJ from the UK. If anyone has questions about things Adult Swim or animation in general, DJ is a fantastic resource. He's very, very well researched into all this. Way more than me. I know stuff, but
YouTube.
What?
It's just being telling me online.
Yeah, well, you're my official like encyclopedia when I need to know something.
Yeah.
Alex says.
Oh yeah, we were talking about digital. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. Alex says, I think it'd be hilarious if Hornth hated D&D for some reason. Because in his old realm, like D&D was like exactly what he actually lived. So like, you know, these kids playing Dungeons and Dragons for fun was like his actual life. So he just hates it being treated as a game. like an actual visceral hatred of it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm happy we have digital animation. It makes my life easier for sure.
I was gonna say, I did see because it was in one of the new Smiling Friends episodes. They have a character who is like hand drawn for a little bit. Like he's a major character in the episode when he dies. Um, but yeah, he's in it, and it's cool that they're still keeping that style alive. I just hope they don't overdo it because yeah, I'm noticing now this there's another animation style, the rotoscope style
Uh-huh.
that's popularized by I think there's a YouTuber called Joel Havo who does a lot of rotoscope videos. I feel like a lot of other people are now starting to do that style as well.
I did
But not,
rotoscope for that music video we did about our dog. It was called The Dodo on our YouTube channel. I did all the animation in the first half is rotoscope animation, and then it shifts back to digital animation. It was
again,
It's
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it's a
is.
really cool style. It's just I hope it doesn't get. I hope we just don't get oversaturated with it. Same with any other animation style. I kind of want like variety as well as the same.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What was that movie that was like very well known for being rotoscoped? It was like a Scanner Darkly or something. I never saw it, but
I never saw it either. But yeah, I just because yeah, whenever anything gets popular, people are gonna like clone it. Like yeah, there are a lot of shows visually that try to like have the same style as Rick and Morty when that came out. Smiling Friends, the same thing could happen. People try and copy the art style of the weird characters. I think Rick and Morty style was it almost look yeah, it's almost like an offshoot of Adventure Time. It was like Adventure Time regular show. Those shows from like 2011, 2010. Those started this like black outline, like the Cal art style. So everyone calls it. People call it the Cal art style. A lot of people don't like it.
which one's that again? Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Like shows like regular show, Adventure Time. A lot of people
Oh,
like call it the Cal art style, and then also bean mouth is a thing. But panels have like bean shaped mouths. People don't like.
yeah. Um, you know what's funny is like, yeah, I guess the shows that are like what you would call the Cal art style, I never really got that into them. Like I never I liked regular show, but I never watched it all the way through. And Adventure Time with the same thing. I never watched it through or anything like that. And that Adventure Time would fall under that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Rick and Morty has like a very similar art style gravity for all these shows in the 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the bean mouth thing as well. People complain about. I saw that Pixar movie that came out, Elio. The main character has a bean mouth, and everyone like online was like being very harsh towards it, saying like, "Who wants this? Why did this get made? Who asked for this? Like, why are Pixar not hitting the same?" Like a lot of different comments like that.
Yeah.
And also a lot of the movie got like altered and cut as well. The main character was supposed to be like queer and supposed to be like obsessed with being eco-friendly, and they cut a lot of it because of like political reasons and also backlash and just like wanting to make a more simpler story. It's just weird.
Was it good?
I haven't seen it. I haven't really seen a lot of modern Pixar. Like ever since Coco came out, I just Coco and Toy Story 4 are the last two I really watched.
I'm trying to think what the last one I watched was. Oh, you know what I watched? But that's not Disney. I watched the live action How to Train Your Dragon. It's basically the exact same movie, but live action. It was good.
Yeah, those remakes are kind of just all over the place.
Yeah, for real. But I really liked How to Train Your Dragon, the original, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll bet. Sometimes I'm a sucker for like just the big budget production value slop kind of stuff. I'm just like, you know what? I want to see where this money goes.
Yeah, see what all gets wasted.
Yeah. I don't watch like all of the Marvel movies, but once in a while I'm like, all right, I'll check out this Marvel movie. And
yeah, it depends on what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And usually it's like you watch it and I'm like, I gotta watch the other one to know what's going on, and it's kind of hard.
The last one I saw, I think, was Fantastic Four, which is actually not bad. That came out this year. That was the last one.
Mm-hmm. Alex
And yeah,
says.
nothing they've got coming out is of interest.
Alex says, not a fan of LARPers either. Yeah, I like that idea. Casting lightning bolt won't save a dweeb in a homemade wizard costume when Hornth comes swinging in with his war club. Yeah. Alright, so we got this shot pretty much done. It's very simple. One line. I'm just watching the Hallmark. Oh, come on, Tina. You know he's gonna get back in 2 years with that carriage rideshare business. Alright. Then we're gonna cut forward, but since we're already on this shot, I'm gonna change this song because it gets crazy. I don't think this will spoil the ending if I animate this line. I think it'll be just fine. You guys don't know how this is in. So I did a bunch of animation yesterday, not live streaming, because I want people to actually watch the episode when it comes out without knowing how it ends.
Yeah, the last one I saw was Fantastic Four, and yeah, nothing they're putting out. Maybe the new Spider-Man, if it's good, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Spider-Verse, which is different, but that's about it.
Oh, I love the animated Spider-Mans. They're so good. Like, the animation is incredible.
Yeah, it's visually dazzling, a little bit overwhelming, but
I will say, it feels like you just spent like 3 days in Japan just staring at all the lights. Just the stimulation of it's like a lot, but it's just so impressive. And I'm tip of the hat, because those are some real pros.
Yeah, the only thing I don't really like in terms of like how they're made is just like the fact that or it's alleged that people who worked on the animators, they weren't mistreated, but they were basically like forced to go. It's kind of hard to explain, but they weren't like abused or anything. It was just they were forced to go back and completely reanimate scenes because the director was just like, yeah, we don't like how this looked in the end. Go back.
For the Spider-Man ones?
But for Spider-Verse, like they would be given a scene to animate, they'd animate it, and the directors would go, "Yeah, we don't like this. Change it completely." They want to see the whole thing rendered out, complete, finished, and then would just be like, "Yeah, change it."
Oh.
Which you usually never do. Like
Yeah.
usually, what you do is you have storyboards and then based off of that.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's brutal. That's
But, it's brutal. Like the working conditions were brutal.
Yeah.
They were like not treated that well in terms of like the working conditions, and yeah, just the amount of effort and pressure that was put on them. Apparently, it broke the animators, which yeah, some of them left and weren't credited in the end because of how difficult it was to produce it.
Oh, that's horrible.
Again, a lot of the animators and VFX artists just aren't like treated very well.
Yeah, I almost worked for a VFX company in LA, and I didn't end up doing it. The hours were ridiculous, and I was like, I'm not here to... Because I was trying to pitch shows at the time, and I realized that taking that job would have just been... That would have been my whole life from there. Would have just been... basically just hours and hours doing VFX. So I decided.
Yeah, and like the responses around it were kind of mixed. Like person who heads up Sony, I'm trying to remember I'm looking at what she said now. I just googled it, and like yeah, they said if the story isn't right, you have to keep going until it is. I guess welcome to making a movie where it's like the story should already be right. The script is the story.
Yeah.
The script and the storyboards are your story. So yeah, the making of it is pretty brutal, and yeah, a lot of people did quit. Yeah, the director, people involved did. I'm looking at now. He did come out and issue a statement saying it was a really hard movie to make. They put a lot of time and effort into it. Yeah, they surely did. Like the next one that's coming out was supposed to be out like I think this year, and it's been delayed like massively.
Damn.
Is it Beyond the Spider-Verse? That was it. Yeah, March 2024 release date. So Spider-Verse. So yeah, the last Spider-Verse is 2023, and Beyond the Spider-Verse was supposed to be 2024, and it kept being delayed. Just kept being delayed. I am curious how they're gonna how they're gonna top the last two. Like, what are they gonna do to kind of wrap up the story and where that's gonna go?
Where did it end off? I can't remember the second
They
one.
all team up. They all team up to find his dad. They go off and they team up. It felt like the beginning of Act 3 of a movie. It's just like they all go off and team up to find the dad, and they run off.
That's right. It was a big cliffhanger. I remember.
Yeah. I do think that's the problem with these movies that take so long. Is they have a cliffhanger and then you're like, wait, what happened? We've got to catch up.
Yeah. I'll hear something. I
mean, sometimes they just aren't really needed, these sequels. Like the Avatar sequels, I've seen the second one. It's kind of like I enjoyed it, but I don't know if it was necessarily like it didn't necessarily feel like the first one felt very much like a single film. Didn't need to expand this well, but we did. That's cool.
Sounded like a baby playing with a very small set of keys. Sorry, I gotta. Y'all hear something? It sounded like.
Oh, you're doing the voice to time it. I see.
Yeah, I kind of do it backwards. So you should be generally. Most animation is done after you have the actors give their performance. It's easier to time it out that way. I do it the backwards way, because I usually come up with edits to like the dialogue and stuff as I animate it, and since I'm actually doing the voices, I can do more tweaks and stuff throughout the process. And sometimes I find that like certain things that I have written are unnecessary once I'm actually in the production of it. So usually I'll just do the voices like repeatedly as I'm animating, and I can make edits and all that stuff. So
yeah, no, the Aqua Teen guys are very similar thing. It's a very fascinating process actually, because what they do is they'll sit down in a bar in LA or something, or in a cafe or something, and they'll just like do the voices and be like, "What did you do last weekend?" And when they write that in, or "Did you hear any news about Hollywood?" And they write that as the script, and then they turn that script into like a 15-20 minute radio play, and when they cut it down, just cut it until they have 11 minutes. And then they take all the audio from that radio play, put it into After Effects and animate there, as they used to do. And like, I was listening to the podcast about the show, and they had two guys on it who wrote scripts for the characters, as in like coding. They coded the characters to be able to walk and move and talk, which is crazy.
dude, it's the process. There's so many different processes that you can go with. Like, at the end of the day, you just got to find what works for you, and like what's realistic for your production team, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. We're just like, have all the audio and then cut it down, and then they had two guys who actually wrote code to get these characters to move, which is weird because in After Effects you can kind of rig characters with bones and stuff. That's what I know anyway. I tried it; it didn't go well.
Yeah, I think After Effects is great for rigging and stuff like that. I think Toon Boom's just so much better. There's just so many.
Yeah, I don't know Toon Boom that well, but I did a little bit of training in it. They did switch to Toon Boom for the new movie in season 12 of Aqua Teen, but yeah, they used After Effects for like over a decade, which is insane. Using the same script, same assets. And yeah, I mentioned the move to digital as well. They had to move all their assets from like low quality like Photoshop files and upscale them, take them and just upscale them back in like 2007 to HD and like widescreen, which is crazy. So like you'll notice in like I think it's like season 6 or 7, the intro for the show is just the same, but it's been stretched out to wide. So it's still the same like 480p quality, and then the rest of the show is upscaled. Which is fine because I think, well, yeah, it was season 8. It was season 8 where they changed the name of the show. They kept changing the name of the show to like Unit Patrol Squad, something whatever, deliberately to like get attention because people stopped watching it as much after that point. Which I've never seen any other show do. I've never seen a show change its name like constantly to get attention.
I mean, it's a way.
They get like articles written about them.
Yeah.
They just decide to keep changing the name of the show. But yeah, no, they describe like how they would draw characters. They would draw them like on paper, then put them into Photoshop, and yeah, it was just like early 2000s, late 90s they were doing this, and then yeah, in like 2006 or 7, they had to upscale them, like, all the files on like old crappy PCs, and it's like, oh my god. Like now you could just use AI if you really wanted to upscale stuff, which I wouldn't do, but I've seen people do.
Yeah. No, I like that our audience, most of it hates AI, because I did this one post on for our merch for these guys, the plushies that we made, and I photoshopped a bunch of these ridiculous photos with like this couple in a bathtub, like romantically with the the plushie characters, just like all these ridiculous things. This child just crying, and everyone thought it was AI, and I was like, and they were in an uproar about it. This couple commented like, "How dare you?" I'm like, it's not AI. I actually photoshopped these, and even the stock photos I grabbed were definitely not AI, because when you go onto Adobe Stock or Shutterstock or anything, you can click the option of AI generated video or photo content, and I always make sure that's checked off. So I'm not opposed to AI in every asset. I just think, yeah, it's.
Oh
I
god,
don't.
yeah, I can see why people think it's AI looking at it now.
Yeah,
It looks real, I can tell.
I'm just gonna Photoshop things way shittier going into the future.
It's like one of like the screaming child that looks AI even though it is real. Like I can tell by the blanket, I think.
Yeah. Here, I can even pull up the app. Actually, I didn't Photoshop it, to be fair. I did it in After Effects, because I'm better with
Yeah,
After Effects.
I don't think you need to pull it up. I'm seeing it now. I can tell.
Yeah. So, here, I'm bringing up the proof right now. Let's see, where was it? Yes, You want proof it's not AI? Or at least from my end. Unless Shutterstock or Adobe Stock are lying about whether these photos are AI or not, they're not. There's no AI involved, because I made sure that the checkboxes for the AI on the Adobe was checked off.
Yeah, I'm just also doing a reverse image search and seeing that stock image. That's also what you can do, is reverse image search at Google.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So there you go. There's your proof in reverse image search.
That's right. Thank you. Help me prove. And I, after I explained to a bunch of people, like, no, this wasn't AI, it was Photoshop, they deleted their comments. But I was like, because last thing I want is to people think that we generate our stuff in AI, because it's a very long, brutal process to produce our episodes.
Yeah, and also it's like not a good look for a lot of people.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's pull up.
There was, what was that? Yeah, that was it. There was a thing called Showrunner which has come out. It was like you can generate a show with a. It's like I don't know if we should be using it for that. We should be using it for like doctor's appointments and things.
It has its uses, you know what I mean? But I think, you know, what's funny is when I think about it, I think that the arts are probably going to be one of the areas where AI. It's not going to be AI safe, but like I think it'll be like when you go to a grocery store, you can select organic versus
Non-organic.
Yeah, non-organic food. I think people are still going to want, you know, human-generated artistic content. So you can decide to watch an AI-generated movie if you want, and then you can just...
It's gonna be for people who like AI is gonna be people who don't know how to like create or want to create something fast.
Yeah, I think... Well, because like there's things that I don't know the process of that I definitely want it generated by humans. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I agree. I don't know like everything about animation or how to make stuff in Toon, but I'd like to do that.
I think there's gonna be definitely like a huge phase where sorry, it's a cat. I think there's gonna be a huge phase where like AI comes out and it's going to be like you can insert yourself into your own generated like movie plot line kind of a thing. So, you know, you were like write a prompt where I want to see this Star Wars movie with my buddy Josh as the main character, go. And that's going to be like a huge phase and then it'll generate that movie. Let's see. So here's one. This is my proof, y'all. I when I say Photoshop, I do mean After Effects because I'm better at After Effects than I am Photoshop.
Yeah.
But this is the original photo. And then I took out if I take off this mask.
So they are AI generated.
They're not AI generated.
Yeah, they're not.
This is the proof that they're not AI generated.
This is After Effects.
Yeah, this is
So
after.
where did you get the pictures from?
I got
Adobe stock.
I got the pictures from Adobe stock and Shutterstock, and I made sure when I downloaded those photos that they weren't AI. And then somebody did complain, well, why didn't you hire models? I'm like, hey, I'm not a full-fledged production company. I don't have the money to hire a bunch of models and do the shoot. I got them from stock photos. And the stock photos are definitely... So here, yes. So where's the original photo? There's the horn, there's the arm.
That could easily be like a joke inside. That reminds me, there's a bit of a new Naked Gun when they're doing like we're doing a fashion shoot and it's just someone being arrested and like having their photo taken.
Here's the original. And then I did all this.
He's like having his mugshot taken at a fashion shoot. Like all that funny. It's in the background. It's like a quick gag.
Oh, Mr. Los Takaritas. Oh, that's right. He's back from Walmart. So your mom took 3 days at Walmart, huh?
What do you mean? I was the guy at Walmart. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Somebody said that in the YouTube chat. Somebody says they were from Walmart. They went to Walmart. I'm confused now. All right. Yes, this is... Oh, these are going to take a while because I used the Roto ability in After Effects for some of them. It just has to regenerate. I think that's... Yes. See? I just took a photo of my characters and put them in to this lovely shot of this couple on the beach. You want to see the original?
So the images are all fake? I thought someone actually bought the plushie and was posing for the camera.
No, I keep saying Photoshop, but I did this in After Effects. So
Alright, I see.
I took this photo of them because I wanted the lighting to represent like kind of like they're at the beach. So I took this kind of next to my porch,
People
and
got
just because I did my best when I was taking photos of the plushies that the lighting was as realistic as possible for the as realistic as possible for the actual shot that I was going to implement them into. So there's that. And yeah, came out pretty realistic. Not AI though. Sorry, we're back. I'm getting back into anime. Hi, I'm back from Walmart. What's up? I'm real. What are you doing? This is not the packed lunch. Yes, I was showing our plushie ad campaign. That
wow, what?
Okay, let's see. Yes, if you're going to be hopping on to the Discord chat, please make sure you have a clean line and keep it productive. Thank you very much. All right, sorry, DJ. I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, we just talking like AI and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, be interesting to see where it goes. I definitely don't like support all of it though, but yeah, I'd rather it be. There was a video from the YouTubers Red Letter Media who was talking about it, and they were saying like it could be used for air traffic control, and it could be honestly, or things like that. But then you'd still get people out of jobs, which is sad and not good.
Yeah, it's gonna be we're in a really weird time.
I don't want people to lose their jobs, but at the same time, like
Yeah.
as a person who creates, I'd rather have AI do like jobs that are like more useful than creating, like I don't know, like administrative stuff. Even though I don't want it to do it, don't want it to take jobs.
Yeah. I think it's going to be kind of like a hybrid kind of a thing for a while. I think they're probably going to use it for like medical stuff for diagnosing certain things, but I don't think that's going to replace doctors.
Yeah, it's not going to be accurate all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But they are going to be implementing it in certain things. And then there's like enough jobs that I think I'm like, you're still going to need people for this for a while, at least, until you have robots in every household. Everywhere you go is a robot. There's still going to be a lot of need for humans for a while, at least. Interesting age. And then Horn just says,
Yeah, remind you of that Pluribus show we were talking about, which I only saw episode 1 of, but that seems to like have AI themes.
It definitely
about
does. It definitely does. There's some. I think that show is definitely giving a hint at something from behind the scenes. Which I love the premise of the show. I loved the pilot. It just gets a little draggy. They need to pick up the show. I'm on episode 6 or the last one that came out, and it was good. It's just like we gotta get something going here with the plot.
Yeah. Again, I haven't watched it because I need an Apple TV subscription, but I probably will get to it. The last thing I did watch, which has a similar issue, is the new. There's an It prequel series that came out. That's a similar problem.
Yeah.
Welcome to Daria, so it's called. It has a similar problem where it takes 5 episodes for Pennywise to actually show up and do anything. It takes 5 episodes that are all an hour long, and I'm like, this is good. It's just slow.
Yeah.
It's unreasonably slow, and it could have been like, I don't want to say condensed, but it could have been like shorter or something. It ends really strong, and it starts kind of just okay. It gets better and better as it goes.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. I like the.
Again, it's really good. It's like really good It fan fiction, basically. That's the best way to describe it. It's like a fanfic, but it's really good.
That's awesome. I really like the guy who made the movies, Andy Muschietti or something.
Yeah, he's doing a Batman film in a few years' time. I don't know when it's gonna come out.
That's
Right, yeah.
awesome. Batman. I'm a huge Bat fan. I think we
He's
talked
doing
about it.
like was it the Brave and the Bold? I think he's doing,
Oh, that's awesome.
which is weird because there's gonna be two Batmen at the same time. It's gonna be the Pattinson one and then the Brave and the Bold one. I don't know how they're gonna like market it.
He was going to be doing the Attack on Titan live action movie here in the States, but it got canned.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. I was like, that would be incredible. As I'm not a super anime person, but I like a bunch of them. I loved Attack on Titan. I love Cowboy Bebop.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make it a Netflix series instead and just drag it out for more
Yeah.
content, which is what they do.
Probably. Actually, the One Piece Netflix one is not that bad.
I heard it's not that bad. I haven't seen it, but I heard it's pretty
It's
good.
not great, but it's not bad. And I have watched not all of One Piece, but I've gotten far, and it's taken me like 3 years. It's unbelievable. It's I think there's like 1,200 episodes now of One Piece.
Yeah, it's better than the actual like anime, which has like 1 million episodes. Like, it's just too long. Like,
Yeah.
we're getting to that level with like Simpsons now, where it's like 36 seasons, South Park like 28 seasons. Like I just can't do a binge. I just can't binge it.
Yeah.
Like my limit is like 12, 15 seasons. I feel like that's like the max for me. I can do that.
I like a lot of these shows that like go in knowing that they're only going to be like 5 seasons. And those shows seem so well written and concise because they're just like they know how the show's going to end before they even start producing the first season, and they know the specifics, you know.
I don't think all of them do it. Breaking Bad didn't know how that was going to end completely. They just kind of wrote it, and then as they were writing it, they figured out where they were going with it. It's just there were some shows that last a long time, but you do grow up with and you really like, and you like have a bond with. But there were other ones that just like, yeah, it's just this is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some shows that can, I don't want to say go on forever, but could go on for a long time. Like for Adult Swim, one of the ones that cited a lot is Venture Brothers. That one could go on forever because the creators always have ideas. I mean, it was unceremoniously cancelled even though they were going to end it. Yeah. That one could go on forever. They always have ideas. Some of Aqua Teen as well, that could go on forever because there's always some new thing that happens that inspires an episode. It's very much like they die and it just resets. Like very much
Yeah.
individual episodes.
I mean, that's the way to do
Make
it.
the show.
That's the other way to do it. That's what Larry David does with Curb Your Enthusiasm. He only makes a new season when he actually like feels like a spark of inspiration for something. So like that's why it'll take like 3 year hiatuses, and then there's gonna be a new season just because he has the power and control to only write a season when he is inspired by something, basically. I think that's
Yeah,
awesome.
or when the show has relevancy, it's one like a lot of these
Yeah,
shows.
totally.
Like that. I haven't watched it, but there was that there's a show called Clone High that got a
Oh,
revival, and it only really got a revival because it became relevant again. Like a lot of people were talking about it. The cast wanted to get involved again. I heard the revival was not great.
Alplace, hi, hello. Alplace is another genius in the chat. He
Genius, okay.
well, you're a genius, DJ, and then Alplace helps me. He's very good at like merch recommendations, and
Oh, cool.
he's an idea machine for sure. It's good to see Alplace. How have you been? We're on the Discord here, live chatting with DJ from the UK. If anyone in the chat like has a question about industry animation stuff, DJ is your guy. He's extremely knowledgeable. He's my resource.
Use to animate?
What was that?
What software do you use to animate? I'm curious.
This software is called Toon Boom Harmony Premium. It's the industry standard for the most part. It's what Rick and Morty, The Simpsons now use it. I guarantee you, it's what the new King of the Hill is using.
So, how hard is it to use?
It's not like the most. It's not super hard, but it's definitely got a learning curve. It's not rocket science. I think anyone could pretty much do it at some point. Like it's a bit of a time commitment to learn, but it's not impossible. A lot of it's not even the tools that are complicated. It's just like what type of animation you're trying to make, how deeply do you want to rig your characters. Character rigging is usually the longest, toughest part. So, for example, I'll just take my newest rig, which is Buck, for example. Here, I need to get rid of the plates because I have him holding stuff. Sorry, 1 second. Gonna take out that.
So it looks pretty difficult.
Yes and no. It's too internet, probably like a week's worth of internet tutorials to actually get some a working knowledge and a little practice with it. So essentially, you have these things called peg layers and drawing layers. So a drawing layer would be essentially just one element of this character. Here's his hat, for example, or his hair. So that's just one drawing I have on this Buck rig. And the reason I have so many drawing layers is because I do 360 perspectives of the characters. So essentially, if you want simplicity, you can go more of a South Park style where it's only a front perspective of the character, a back, and a side. And that's pretty basic. But I go for like a full 360 so I can use any one of these perspectives. And so there's really only a few critical things that you need. It just depends on how complicated you want your animation to be. If you just want like a ball that talks, you draw the ball and you make a few mouth positions and you can make a ball that talks. If you want a lot of mobility with your characters, like arm and leg movement, you're going to have... I use skeleton style animation, but the hands, I don't put skeletons on the hands. I just draw different layers for his hands. So it takes a while to rig up a character to be fully functional, but once that's the case, it's pretty straightforward. So all the characters have different... And obviously for side characters, like earlier in this episode, I did an elf from the North Pole. He only has one line. And I made a very basic rig for him. I just gave him a head, a body, and a few mouth positions, and that was it. I didn't go any farther. The more inclusive the character I have into the actual show itself, the more time I spend on the rig, because I know I'm going to be needing this character a lot, like a Herobot. But he's a pretty easy rig for me, because his only talking positions, I don't have to do a bunch of different mouths for him. All I do is when he needs to talk, I can just light up his mouth. Doot, doot, doot. Burp, burp, burp. So he's very quick and easy. And speech is sometimes one of the more technical, time-consuming things in the process. So Herobot, I like a lot because he doesn't take that long when he's talking.
Yeah, he seems to be the more easier one.
Yeah, he's got very square and easy features to work with, and because he's a robot, I can do weird things that would normally look unnatural on a human character, but because he's a robot, like I can have his leg just like extend farther than a human leg could, like just do random shit with him. And he's a robot, so he can do those things. Versus Hornth, I can't. If he needs to reach and grab something, I can't have his arm extend farther than what would be an actual, what would look normal on like a human or character. And then Marturtle is, he's a pretty basic rig too, and he doesn't really talk, so he's, yeah. The hardest one to animate out of the main three is Hornth, because his mouth is very manual when he talks. And Buck's not easy, but he's not super hard. The rigging is the hardest process, and I swear you can learn all of this stuff online, tutorials. While I did go to film school, you do not need to go to film school to learn this stuff. All your resources, anything you would ever need, is all online, and anybody can find the tools they need. And you can also get a really cheap version of this program just to start playing around with it. I have the premium version, which is the pro version. It actually comes with all these different, this is what's called your node view. And I don't really work that much with the node view because I do most of my actual compositing in After Effects. But in the node view, this comes with like a lot of really cool effects and things you can do. It's really awesome. But if you just want to start working with some basic characters and learn this program, I recommend just getting the very basic version. It's pretty cheap, and you can practice rigging up a character or something like that real quick. And they have a lot of tutorials on their website that are super easy to follow. And then other creators put up their tutorials. And then I'm doing the live stream here if you ever have questions too. Yeah, you don't have to learn this in school. It's definitely something you can pick up on your own if you ever are interested in picking up some animation. So
Yeah, I more wanted to just like mess around with it and test it out.
then yeah, I would get the lowest price. I think you can get, I can't remember let's see. What is the lowest price version? There, it's getting dark in my house. You can get a student version too. So like, I mean, there's people who do insane animation in this program. Way more complicated than what I'm doing. And what I love about this company is they do have a lot of ways to learn it and actually help. Products, Harmony. I mean, you can also try it for free. I have to log in. I'm not going to log in. But I would check it out. Toon Boom Harmony. It's the industry standard, and the company is great. If their support is really good too. I'm just very impressed with them. It's a great
If you
program.
want like any other software, you can try Adobe Animate as well, which is used. There's free alternatives like Krita, which is one that I've seen some people use, but it's not industry standard. And then if you want like free 3D software, you could try Blender, which
Yeah.
also is not industry standard, but it's being more adopted
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
industry. The film Flow, which won an Oscar Best Animated Feature, used it. It's by a few people and their friends. And a few TV shows have been using, like Smiling Friends used a lot of Blender animation for its like 3D characters. And then for proper like professional 3D animation software, there's always the Autodesk like line of products. You have like 3ds Max,
Yeah.
Maya, and then Mudbox as well, and things like that. You can get like Substance Painter, and then Blender usually comes with all those. Blender usually comes with all those features. It's just if you're not used to it, it's hard to learn. Like when I went to game dev school, they taught me in 3ds Max, so I was not used to Blender, so I'm having to learn it now because
And
it's free and I don't have the license, which is annoying.
yeah, for real. And so in Adobe Character Animator you can do some stuff with this, like interact live. So I try to rig out on Hornth so I can talk as Hornth. I mean, it's not cute onto my face right now, but essentially what it does, if you get your rig going, I mean, you can like move his arms around. Like you can make this as complicated or as simple as you want, but so I can go live as Hornth. Hello, blah, 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 and it's I don't have it calibrated right now, which is something you need to do, but check 1 2. But there's so many different ways to do it. I know people who use this program like very effectively. So you can actually like record a live performance and you can go in and tweak it and it doesn't take that long. This is how I think a lot of the like when you see like an animated character on like a Twitch stream or something, I'm pretty sure this is what most of them use. And then I use Maya for my 3D stuff. It's not the cheap way to go. The way to go is Blender for sure, like DJ was just saying. But I use Maya because I try and keep with the industry standard programs. So if I'm ever trying to integrate with like bring on another animator or things like that, or collaboration with other animators and stuff like that, I usually try and stick with the programs that the most amount of animators know how to use. So like here is a Hornth. I'll just bring up a Hornth scene. Let's see. Check. So this was from an episode we did in like 2 seasons ago. I did a whole season with them as 3D characters. That was the hardest season for sure. But very rewarding because now I have my characters rigged up. Primetime Toon says, bro, wait, you're AI. It's AI. No, we're not AI.
Yeah, what's AI? I don't know. I do feel like a lot of these like adult animated shows that do like use Toon, like Family Guy, almost look like they could be done with AI because there's not really much movement sometimes. But
yeah,
depends on the show. Like Family Guy is kind of stiff sometimes. They can also look very good in some. Like I like the background design when it's good.
yeah, for sure.
There was an Instagram account there was an Instagram account which just shows like pictures of Springfield at night where like it's completely empty and it looks really beautiful. Like imagine a show like that where there's literally no characters and it's just shots of like a town. It's like a vacant like ghost town, and you sometimes people are skating or like it's more of an experience than like a show.
We
It'd be
do not.
interesting to see.
The only thing I've ever used AI for art-wise was my hard drives got stolen out of my car 2.5 years ago, and I had this one song that I had completely lost all the tracks for, and I needed to recover the vocals from this one song that I had already mixed and everything, because it was a person we collaborated with, and there was no way I could get them to do it again, so I needed to retrieve their vocals. And so I used AI to like basically break apart the stems of the song so I could retrieve the vocals from this one guy we collaborated with.
Oh, the vocal remover, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've used those before.
That was the only thing.
Again, that's useful. Like,
yeah, that's so useful.
That's not actually like, that's not actually using any data
Yeah.
or any images or anything. It's just sort of like just separating them.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's helpful for DJs when they want to do like a remix of something, you know, that kind of
I'm
stuff.
a DJ, but yeah.
Yeah. Do,
Um,
do you have
I was gonna say, it sometimes doesn't always look good. Like, what was it, James Cameron? He had multiple movies that he like upscaled, and people were complaining about it. I don't know. I haven't watched that.
uh-oh.
Yeah,
Primetime
AI upscale. That was it.
Primetime Tunes is accusing everyone of being AI. I'm not AI.
Yeah, I'm Squidward. He's Squidward. You're all Squidward.
Yeah, we're all Squidward.
Yeah, no, what was it? Yeah, James Cameron like didn't like that. Yeah, he got told people didn't like the fact that he used AI to upscale some of his old films like Terminator 2 for the
Yeah.
Blu-rays. So he put out like a 4K version of Terminator and used AI on it. People were complaining about like the film grain and it not looking
Yeah.
right. He said like people need to get out of Mama's basement or something, and it's like that is one of the most 2016 things I've heard. Like I get it, people obsess over this stuff, but at the same time.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that good. It doesn't look that good.
All right. So this is my a very
Like people do nitpick a lot and they do complain, but at the same time, like it doesn't look good. Like that's just it's
yeah.
just it. Again, there should be an option. I think if you're gonna have AI upscale content, there should be an option to remove it completely.
Yeah. So this is oh, actually, so I don't really usually use.
This is black. Oh wait, no,
This is Maya.
Zordcast. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Maya. Yeah, I recognize it. Again, I didn't use Maya too much. I used more like 3ds Max, but I recognize Maya and what I said.
Yeah.
But you
So
got 3D models of characters, like they translate really well into 3D. Like wow.
yeah, I did a whole season of them in 3D. They actually where they come to the real world. So they're here's that.
Again, unironically, if you were to pitch like a show about those 3D characters coming into our world, like had it be Adult Swim, they probably would accept it for how weird and out there it is, bringing the real world into it.
Hey man, I'm totally down to you know any version of this show. It's about the characters at the end of the day. So they come into this world.
Where are we?
Oh, not again.
You've been here before?
That motherfucker back there is not real.
What?
I just came up with a few things. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if this is what caused that?
What is this place, Harm?
I call it the realm of BS, the bad and stupid. Get out of the road, you fucking pieces of shit!
More like brash.
The party.
We're lucky.
Basically, they're chasing these aliens around.
Finally, we get to go home. This realm is such bullshit. Huh?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
I wasn't here to gather hobbleberries for protection spells and defend our realm from invaders.
That makes perfect sense. I'm going back.
Good idea.
So yeah, basically the premise of like the full show of Another Realm is like, yeah, it's a little Rick and Morty-ish, I guess, but it's
No, it's fine. Like early Rick and Morty was great. Like there's no
Yeah.
problem with it.
so that was a fun season to make because I actually would go around like Denver and actually like film all these backgrounds and stuff and like because I like doing live action stuff once in a while too. Like I started out in film on live action. I used to make live action movies. So it was fun to break out the cameras again and do that season. Let's see. Sorry. I gotta catch up on the chat. I need proof, bro. This person might be AI. Alright. Primetime Toons were not AI, but I had to bust myself to try and hurry up its brain. John, I'm getting closer. By the way, John Schubert in the chat, he works with me. He works on a lot of our social media stuff. He's a part of the team, and he's trolling. I know that Horinth used to be used an axe in early episodes like Barbarian. Can Horinth also do martial arts like a monk? That would be funny. Currently, no. Horinth is very much a... he's a brute force character. Dumb, brute, kind of like the trolls from Lord of the Rings. But yeah, we got comments on the 3D season that it reminded a lot of people of this other show. I can't remember what the show was called. I think it was on Adult Swim, but it was a 3D animated like Adult Swim show. It was very adult.
Oh, Xavier.
I think that was it.
Yeah, it might be Xavier. What it reminds me of is the Treehouse of Horror episode where Homer's in our world.
Yeah.
Homer Cube, I think.
All right, that was a great. I loved that episode. That was literally one of the best Treehouses of Horror. Probably the best.
Yeah, he falls. It literally he falls into a dumpster and then wakes up in our world.
I loved that. I remember that.
There's a really, really weird story about that. I saw a YouTube video a little while ago. Oh, what was it? There was a film that was made. I can't remember the name of it. There was an IMAX film made that had that in it. It was really weird. Cyberworld. Yeah, there was a film in like the early 2000s called Cyberworld that had a bunch of like early 2000s like 3D animation just showing off technology. It was a 3D film built for IMAX. It had a whole bunch of different people. And the whole entire conceit of it was these 2D characters were fighting a computer virus whilst taking you on a tour of different 3D animation styles. And one of them was that Simpsons episode of Homer. And it'll never be released like on physical media or anything. It just only got into IMAX. And it made a lot of money. It made like 20 million or something. Which is weird. It's just this weird like lost relic.
Mm-hmm.
People found the trailer and they restored it, but there's been no other copies of it. Just so weird. Yeah, it's got like a IMDb and like a Rotten Tomato, but there's just no other like copy of it you can watch physically. It's lost media. It's just really weird.
Oh, I realized that my proportions changed after I opened Character Animator. That's interesting. I didn't know it would do that.
Yeah, Treehouse of Horror, The Dance Sequence of Ants, Monkey Brain Sushi, which is a short film, a Pet Shop Boys music video, just a lot of random like stuff is there.
That's awesome. All right. Well,
old 3D is just awesome.
Yeah. Dude, 3D is like it's the same thing as the 2D. It's as complicated as you want the rig to go. So I try and keep things like above basic and below complete expert. Take like 5 weeks to rig up a character. But that's why in 3D animation they have, for like Disney and Pixar, they have people whose whole job is just rigging, and then people whose whole job is just modeling. And then the other people's whole job is, as an animator, they actually aren't creating the rigs or the models themselves. And that's in 2D too. There's modelers, there's riggers, and then there's animators. And they're completely different teams. And so the job of the guy who's rigging the character is to create the most straightforward, interactive character for the animators to work with. And there's a whole science behind how to do that. And like I was following this one guy who did some stuff for the new SpongeBob movie, or it was a short 3D animated SpongeBob short. And the rig on the SpongeBob character is insane because they do so much expressive animation with the SpongeBob character. It seemed like it would take a full month to rig up that SpongeBob character that they had.
Oh, was it? I'm just googling. Was it the Go Fetch thing that came out?
Yeah, the Go
I
Fetch.
heard
That was it. That was it.
Yeah, it was weird. I haven't watched like new SpongeBob. I think it's so long.
I know. I'm the same way. It lost. I'm telling you, after the first SpongeBob movie, it's hard. All Plus A says, "Oh, have you added a snake in the animations?" Which animations are you talking about, All Plus A? I don't think so, because I'm afraid of snakes, and I don't think I'd ever add in a snake, so... Short answer there. Snakes terrify me. Snakes, heights, and chairs with feet. Like, those old chairs with, like, the, the bear paws or claws and stuff. And I just think they're gonna start walking around on me and and then you have I wanted to write a horror movie, like a comedy horror called Chairs with Feet, where like all the furniture comes alive and it's like a genuine, it's like scary, like really scary at points, but it's also just a comedy. I like the genre of horror comedy a lot.
Would the chairs like talk, or would it just be there alive?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think they should talk. I think they're just alive, just because it's just very dumb.
There was a movie that was made. There was that Winnie the Pooh horror movie. The people who made that made a film called The Killing Tree, which is about a Christmas tree that comes to life.
That's pretty funny.
Which is weird.
I didn't.
Not a very good movie apparently, but
the Winnie the Pooh horror movie didn't get the best reviews either.
Yeah, no, they're made by some very shady people apparently. That's why.
Oh, really?
They're only really in it for like the money, and like they have a few ideas of where they want to go, but yeah, it's just weird. But you know, they have a bunch of like ridiculous films. Yeah, so The Killing Tree, which is about a Christmas tree that comes to life. Christmas tree is on Christmas Eve, a scorned widow casts an ancient spell to bring back her executed husband, but the spell brings him back as an evil Christmas tree. Like, it's just so stupid. It's a stupid premise, but it's kind of fun.
That's very.
And then yeah, they have other movies. I'm looking at their letterbox now. The directors, they have like Firenado, which is a movie.
All Plus A says, I asked because I was considering to draw a snake around Marturtle and recolor Marturtle. That's fine. All Plus A does some really good fan art. You should check out his Instagram page, everybody. He's a great artist. He actually was our first fan artist that actually did a rendition of the three characters. Also, did you base Herobot on Cyborg 009? I did not. I based Herobot purely off of my bandmate, because my bandmate is a robot. He's been on our stream a few times this week. His dad was an professor of electrical engineering. His mom is from Japan, and he's all these different elements just made him, I don't know. And he actually did at one point have this exact hairstyle Herobot has. He had a dreadlock mullet. Like, actually had a dreadlock mullet. Because his brain is inside the robot body, which makes Herobot... Yes, Herobot is technically a cyborg. That is very true. I have the Herobot lore, but I still haven't actually decided how he died. I have a couple scenarios, but...
The Herobot lore.
Yeah. All we know is that...
Hey, go on.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, you're talking about ideas for stuff. I have a few like ideas that are similar to yours, actually.
What you got?
Like you were talking about the caveman like thing. I had an idea for caveman comedy.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Um, I actually made a short film um, in college based on the two cavemen that I want to make an animated show about. But instead of making a separate animated show, I think I'm actually just going to introduce them into the Packed Lunch universe. Just expand this animated universe instead of making them, which actually is originally how I had it. A lot of my projects, it's kind of like a Stephen King thing where they are separate stories, but they're threaded together in like a universe kind of a style. I made this movie called Ugenthog way back in the day. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but
Oh, it's live action.
yes,
Okay.
it's live action. I actually made it.
Yeah, no, I had an idea that's basically just Beavis and Butthead, but okay.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what this is. Ugenthog is Beavis and Butthead, but with cavemen.
That's basically what they are. They're just cavemen.
Yeah. And it's great. It's graphic.
Like the idea I had is either the idea I had would be like a time travel movie where they end up there's like a scientist who's like studying them, and then they just steal his time machine, just fuck up time.
Mm-hmm.
They either goes to the future and get caught by the time police, or they just severely alter every single event they can in the past, like JFK, World War II.
Uh-huh.
And the scientist has to stop them, and they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So the plot is they find this cave woman. They end up fighting over the cave woman, and that's Marshall, my drummer.
Pretty well shot, actually. Like the cinematography's great.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's dark and murky, but it works like what it is.
Yeah. Thog has one, and it has really cheesy moments. Like my VFX weren't that great at the time, but there's this saber-tooth flying squirrel that keeps attacking them. Oh yeah, Ugenthog. It's Beavis and Butthead if they were cavemen, and then I was gonna introduce a less violent version of them into the cartoons.
But yeah, no, I had an idea where it's just like two cavemen and a scientist, and the scientist like studies them, and they just hijack his time machine and just screw up time, and they have to stop them.
Oh, that's great. I actually really I like that idea.
I don't know whether I'd want to make that. I don't know. I don't know how I'd do it. Like, because would it be they just get stuck in one era, or would it be they just keep traveling across time? And how would they do it? Because they'd be dumb cavemen.
Alpha says, how come Hornth is always with his shoes on? I asked because there are episodes of Hornth when he was coming out of the bedroom after he wakes up. Is it magically stuck on him due to a curse, or is it animation style? I don't want to re-rig his feet without shoes. A lot of it's because I don't have time to draw Hornth's feet. He sleeps with his shoes on because the animator's lazy. How's that? Yeah. Sorry. I thought that was a funny question. I know. I could be better. All right. Well, this is a fun day, but I am at a pretty good stopping point. What time is it in the UK? Midnight 15?
Yeah, it's like midnight, yeah.
Nice. Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you again, DJ. I think I only have 3 days left of this. Because I've only got one more shot that I need from the main character, like the Hornth and them. And then after that, it's just compositing and voice acting. And then I might do a quick one just to show the editing process, but I'm not going to spoil the ending, so I'm only going to do a quick one on that. And then we're done with our behind the scenes. I said I'd be doing this all month, so I was sticking to it, but I'm really glad I did. It's been actually amazing talking to everybody. Yeah, DJ, we're staying in touch because, I mean, I might do this again in a few months. It's just this was the month I decided to do it, and I'm happy we did. I don't think I'm going to be doing the New Year's special live because it's too short of a time window to actually turn around the amount of animation I have to do and live stream it. I have to pretty much be working like 6 to 8 hours a day on that and complete focus. So I won't be streaming that one, but maybe in February for the Valentine's Day, I'll pick it up again. John. Alpose says, also, if you ask about the martial arts part, I was hoping to do another fan art of Horth. Please do, Alpose. I love your fan art. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. Well, DJ, in the UK, have a good night. It's past midnight there, so hope you have a good one. I'm going to be signing off. Goodbye, everybody. Wait, hold up. I always end on a recliner shot. It's very important. Goodbye. Bye-bye.